This is a video on converting a manual engine lift over to a power unit. So I put on a 2-inch ram with an 18-inch stroke. That was about $100 delivered. It has, in order to get this to fit, I had to cut off the old mounts, weld on these new plates. So I welded, I don't know if you can see it very well, all the way down here, all the way across the top, all the way down the inside. Added another piece down here, 3/8. You can see to get it to fit, I had to mill it out a little bit. With a 2-inch ram with this style, it was almost the perfect width of the beam in order to fit that in there. But I did have to mill it a little bit. I didn't want to space it any because I wanted a good solid mount. So right here we have a restrictor to slow down the travel of the ram. Also, if a hose were to pop, this restrictor would allow the weight to come down in a semi-controlled manner instead of just dropping. And then on the top, I did the same thing. You can see here's where the old mounts were. I sawzalled them off. These are actually the existing brackets that were just re-welded on the outside. So 18-inch stroke, 2-inch bore, 2,500 PSI unit. This power pack is from a handicapped person lift, like coming out of a van. And I got the whole unit used for like $200, and I got a lot of good metal out of it. And mainly I was buying it for this power pack. So, and I'm using that is a car jump start jump pack on the back for the power. And that one gives like a ridiculous amount. It's like 1,700 peak amps or something. So that's way more than this thing will need. Basically, it has a small starter motor on the top that powers the pump. Then the pump is in here. And then this entire bottom part is the reservoir. I did the calculation based on the width and where the fill plug was to see what the volume of this was. And it turns out that it's just right for a 2-inch ram. That's another reason that I only went with a 2-inch ram. I kind of wanted a 2.5 to start. A 2-inch ram, 2,500 PSI, turns out to be like a little over 4 tons. Originally, the bottle jack was an 8-ton ram, so I'm losing a little bit of power, but I may end up going to a 3-inch anyway. We'll see how it goes. I kept the original circuit breaker, so it can't draw more than 100 amps off the power pack, just in case. And let's see. So I have my truck cap here, all rizzed up, ready to go. We'll connect those two. If you've seen the other videos, you've seen this going up and down. So the cap is, I weighed it, it's 200 pounds. And let's see, let me hook up my power. I'm going to set you down for just a second.
All right, so for right now, that's how I'm just connecting the power with the power pack. That way I don't have to, have anything too fancy. Now, one thing with a 2-inch ram is in the controller has both an up and a down. So,
Let's see. So that's a pretty quick lift. Let's see if I can get a good... So... That's pretty fast. Because the 2-inch ram is taking half the power of my lift away, and it's quite fast, I may end up going to a 3-inch ram just to slow it down. Same volume of flow, larger cylinder should slow it down like 1/3, I'm saying. Also, I have the boom extended, which makes it go up faster too. So I'm just going to kind of play with it. I mean, it's complete right now. Everything's working. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes if I want the bigger RAM or not. I know I don't want to modify those mounts a second time. But all in all, it turned out pretty slick. It sure beats having to jack this thing up with 1,000 little pumps. Also these handicap person lifts, they do have a listen till your unit right here is manual, and you can see that it feeds right down in, well, that's where my strap is, but it feeds right down into the main line. So there's a manual control for release and a pump in case you want to fine tune it if it's going too fast, or if you run out of juice or something, you can still control it manually. So anyway, that was an interesting project. Enjoy.